So, Philip Bryan, Steve Bateman. Now, Steve Bateman at the moment on the outside looking in. Philip Bryan on 8.20, currently qualified number 6. But if you consider the top 4 are covered by, well, just about 100th of a second. Say the M&M Racing team very happy with the engine rebuild as the car went into the 7.5, so the second full pass yesterday. So obviously they are now in the tuning window to get it to run 760. Linda Bull though, certainly hit the ground running this weekend. She's not on qualified at the moment, 761 with a 3. As I say, the top 4 covered by just over 100th of a second. Going alongside Jack Brewster. That's the first time we've seen Jack. This year? Yeah. First time we've seen Jack Brewster this weekend. So once again, this is half the reason I like playing nostalgia programs for this class, is because there's a bunch of previous pro modified cars in this class, and that's one of them. That's one of the most historic door cars in Europe. That was originally built in the very early 90s by John Webster. Yes, the same John Webster when he was about 12, I think. About 12. For Tim Cook. Actually, he must have been. Geez, he could barely have been an adult actually when he built that. He must have been before he was born. Yeah, I think so. I was just getting a bit of practice in. Anyway. But this car was a car that was originally Tim Cook's pro modified 55 Chevy. The one that kind of changed pro modified. In the UK at least, anyway. Now owned by Rennie Earthman, been through a number of hands over the years. Spent a while in Holland. Now lives in the mountains. Big different you tried really, didn't you? No Alps in Holland. Although Dutch Alps is quite a well-known phrase, but probably not for mountains. Anyway. So yeah, Jack Brewster's first try of the weekend. What's the bump, Colin? Have you got it? Yeah, it's in the 8s. Oh, it's in the 8s, okay, fair enough. So there is plenty of room, yeah. Just provided you go to the right side of the number. The car went straight. That was bizarre because that was on an absolute storming run for Jack. Maybe one run in Super Pro or something like that where he could go flat out because that would have been one of his best ever runs. Well, he was obviously using Renault as a bit of a pacemaker.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
But Renault had a 0-1 line jack with a 0.17.
Okay, Rob Smallworth, and that isn't Steve Bateman.
Yeah, we got a little bit confusing that. That's Ken Perkins.
It is indeed. I don't know whether Ken's put in representative run yet this weekend. Again, Nostalgia Pro Mod, folks. That is Europe's first 6-second door car over there in the Kestrel Lane. 1993 in the hands of Mr. Tony Rose. It's almost kind of weird these days if you think about it. Frantic dominance of Scandinavian door car races, and the first one in the 60s was from just down the road in Luton, your favourite place. We are done with 760 heads up. We're about to move into top Doorslammers. So a very good morning, possibly good afternoon. It is afternoon where they're from, up there in Scandinavia. And I hope you're all watching in. Thank you for tuning in. I've got our good friend, Mr. Dick Coster up here in town.